Yo, what's up, guys? Jario, and today, man, coming at y'all with my official 2021-2022 NBA season award predictions. I made a video a couple months back, which was my mid-season award predictions. It's been a couple months, obviously. Now the season has progressed, and now here are my official predictions for the season. Not gonna lie, this is very tough to make. Literally took me all the way from last night to literally the morning of today to make this decision on these awards, because I'm not gonna lie, these races are just super tough to make a decision on, and this has been just such an amazing season. We are now a day away from the play-in. The play-in games start tomorrow, and yeah, it's been an amazing basketball season. Another one that's been great in the books. And yeah, man, here are my official 2021-2022 NBA season award predictions, starting off with the sixth man of the year, in which I have Tyler Hero of my Miami Heat winning the sixth man of the year. Tyler Hero is, in my opinion, the best scorer on the Miami Heat, who are the first seed in the Eastern Conference and have officially clinched that. Tyler Hero has bailed the Miami Heat out of so many games this year, and we've seen when he doesn't play. When he were on that 4-game skid, he missed 3 of the 4 games, and you just saw how bad the bench was without Tyler Hero, which is why the Miami Heat have literally, I believe, the highest scoring bench in the NBA. And it all starts with Tyler Hero, who across 66 games and 32.6 minutes has averaged 20.7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on 44.7% from the field and 39.9% from 3. And he's doing all of this, like I said, coming off of the bench. Now, this is one of the awards that I feel like should be unanimous, as I don't really see an argument for anybody else, like a Kevin Love, who, shout out to him, he's had a return this year after last year not really performing well at all. The Cavs are now in the play-in, and they're actually in a winning environment for the first time really since LeBron James left the franchise. So shout out to them, but I don't see the argument for Kevin Love at all. The counting stats, the eye test, I just don't see it at all. The guy literally, Tyler Hero, is the best scorer on the best record-wise team in the Eastern Conference. It just has to be my sixth man of the year, and I don't get what agenda really is going against them in terms of people saying Kevin Love is the sixth man of the year because he has a higher quote-unquote Raptor than Tyler Hero. And I saw a Cam Johnson for sixth man of the year agenda. Respectfully, the eye test, the counting stats just doesn't match up, and people really try to discredit Tyler Hero's season just because he does play literally 32 minutes a game, but they look past guys like Lou Williams, Jamal Crawford, recently Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench and closing out the games, and there was no problem with that. But of course, with the Miami Heat, Tyler Hero, they have a problem because it is the Miami Heat, and whatever reason they have to hate on them. So yeah. All right, so moving on to the most improved player. This was honestly another tough decision. There was guys like John Morant, who went from averaging 19 to 27, being All-NBA, being an All-Star Game starter, becoming a superstar. There's guys like Jordan Poole, who last year was leading the G League, but one of the best players for the Warriors, has just been just absolutely insane for them. With them without Klay Thompson this season, with them without Stephen Curry this season, with them without Draymond Green this season. The first half really of Andrew Wiggins going off, and then Wiggins coming back to earth second half of the season. And this is a major reason why I'm going to go ahead and my most improved player is going to be Jordan Poole of the Golden State Warriors. Don't forget, last year Jordan Poole was playing in the G League, and now he's one of the best players on the Golden State Warriors, because last year he went ahead and across 51 games he averaged 12 points, 1.8 rebounds, 1.9 assists across 19.4 minutes a game, and shot 43.2% from the field and 35.1% from the three-point line. And then this season, across 76 games in 30 minutes, he's averaged 18.5 points, shooting 44.8% from the field, 36.4% from 3, 3.4 rebounds, 4 assists, 0.8 steals, and 0.3 blocks a game. And he literally has been one of the Warriors' best players by a good amount. And at points this season with Klay back, he has even outplayed Klay. But as a recent, Klay has been on a stretch, but he's been on fire. He might be back, as he's put up 3 consecutive 30-point games, including a 41-point game last night against the New Orleans Pelicans and a throttle of New Orleans. It really, in my opinion, is between him and Ja Morant. I feel like Ja Morant really is like an MVP candidate. I saw a video last night that really made me go ahead and make this selection. It's by Draymond Green. He was talking about how he sees Ja Morant as a MVP candidate, not really a MIP candidate, which I really agree with. Ja Morant this season, I had him as high as 5 in MVP. Then he went down for like 20 plus games, and then I really had him out of my race. So yeah. Also, obviously, shout out to guys like Darius Garland and DeJounte Murray, first-time All-Stars. All right, so moving on to the Coach of the Year, I have this really between a 3-man race between Taylor Jenkins, Ime Udoka, and Monty Williams. And I'm going to give this award to Monty Williams of the Phoenix Suns, who last year got blatantly robbed by Tom Thibodeau. Now the year his Phoenix Suns are leading the NBA with a record of 64-18. Yes, the Phoenix Suns have not lost 20 games this year, which is absolutely insane. They exert so much energy on offense and defense, and they do this with guys like Aiden, guys like Booker, guys like Chris Paul missing a good amount of games. They still prevail, the next man up, and they just somehow find a way to win, even without their best players really missing games. They just are a really deep team, and just gotta give respect to Monty Williams. Like I said, last year should have won Coach of the Year, and he lost to Tom Thibodeau, who now sees his Knicks not even in playing contention. So yeah, I feel like honestly it could really go between Monty, Ime, and Taylor. I'm just gonna go with a guy that last year I feel like was blatantly robbed and is leading the best team in basketball this year, which is obviously head coach Monty Williams. All right, so next is the Rookie of the Year, which again took me literally up until this morning to make my decision. And I feel like, in my opinion, it really is a 3-team race between Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, and Cade Cunningham. But just because Cade started off his rookie year super shaky, I'm going to go with one of the 2 guys that have been consistent, Mobley and Barnes. They've been consistent pretty much all year. There's a Rookie of the Year campaign. And I'm not going to lie, for this season, I've had Evan Mobley as my Rookie of the Year for like 99% of the season. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give this award to Scotty Barnes of the Toronto Raptors. Scotty Barnes has shown so much promise this year. He's elite level defense along with Mobley. I'm not going to lie. Mobley as well has elite level defense. But I just love how aggressive Scotty Barnes has been this season. Really good rebounder. And the fact that he's been asked this year to play sometimes even point guard with Van Vliet out. And he has a double-digit assist game as a forward who was 6'7", who came into the league as a guy that was just known for his defense. He already has been able to average 15.3 points, shoot 30.1% from 3, 3.5 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.7 blocks, and do all of this across 74 games and 35.4 minutes a game. It's just insane. We thought his offense would come, not this year, okay? We thought his offense would take time to come, but he came into the league and he came out just strong, and he has been consistent all year. But I'm going to go with him over Mobley because I just feel like he is more aggressive. Whenever I watch Mobley play, he is just so, it seems like so unaggressive. I'm a big Mobley guy, but he is just super unaggressive at times. And I feel like Scotty, like I said, he's been versatile. Again, like Mobley, he's been consistent. His defense, him and Mobley's defense are both amazing. I just really love how just aggressive he's been, and I really love how versatile he's been, which is why I'm gonna make Scotty Barnes my Rookie of the Year, which is just insane to say because, like I said, I've been on the Mobley Rookie of the Year train all year, but just looking back at it, the eye test, the stats, I just have to go with Barnes because, like I said, his defense. He came into the league as a guy that was just known for his defense, and he's progressed already in his rookie year to a 15-point per game score. And he's on a team with guys like Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, Gary Trent Jr., guys that all need shots, and he's still able to average 15 points a game. That is absolutely insane. All right, so moving on to the Defensive Player of the Year award. Again, this is really a decision that I believe really is between 3 guys. This is obviously Jaren Jackson Jr., Marcus Smart, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. How great would it be to see a guarded Marcus Smart, who has been a defensive anchor of the Celtics all season and has stepped in especially huge with Robert Williams being out now with his injuries? How great would it be to see him become the first guard since Gary Payton the Glove to win DPOY? It would be insane. But how insane would it be to see Jaren Jackson Jr., who right now is leading the league in blocks, win DPOY? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make Giannis Antetokounmpo my defensive player of the year, just because simply I feel like he is the best defender in basketball. He can go toe to toe with Kevin Durant and can contain Kevin Durant while also exerting that much energy on offense and just going insane. And on the year, Giannis has averaged 1.1 steal and 1.4 blocks per game. The fact that he's just so quick, so agile, can guard 1 through 5, and he can get literally his elite sprint speed. He can be on the other side of the court, and it feels like in a couple seconds you can go ahead and get a chase down block. I just feel like he just has the size, the frame, the wingspan, the body to be literally the DPOY, which is why I feel like he is the DPOY. He just is so insane defensively. He makes these insane plays, and he's just so quick. His body is just built to be literally one of the best defenders. So I feel like, in my opinion, he just is the best defender in basketball because he makes those great winning plays. He contains the great players and just does it all on both sides of the basketball, but especially, like I said, for this talk, defense. All right, so on to the hardest race right here. This is obviously the most valuable player, aka the MVP race. And this guy's like Giannis, like I just mentioned, who literally is just going insane, leading the Bucks to a top 3 seed, while also being the best two-way player in basketball. And in my opinion, also the best player in basketball. There's a good case for Joel Embiid, who was the first center to lead the league in scoring as a center since Shaquille O'Neal, which is obviously amazing. Then there's a guy like Nikola Jokic, who right now is sitting at the 6th seed with his second and third options, Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. this year, combining to playing 9 games on the season, and all 9 were by Michael Porter Jr., and he's still sitting as a top 6 seed and not in the plan. It's just insane. But I'm gonna give this award to Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, who this year, like I said, has been having an insane season. And without Jokic this year, the Nuggets will literally be fighting for Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren, or Jabari Smith for the first pick literally in the NBA draft. Take Jokic off this team, they're not even a competent team. Take Giannis off of the Bucks, they have Jrue Holiday and Chris Middleton. Take Embiid off of the Sixers, they have Tyrese Maxey and James Harden. Like, the fact that right now Nikola Jokic is leading the Nuggets in points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, steals per game, blocks per game, and field goal percentage is just insane. And he also just recently became the first player in NBA history to put up 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists in an NBA season. Like, I don't understand. If you see Jokic's team, you see his stats, you see the eye test, and you see that he's out of the MVP candidacy, I just do not understand it at all. Across 74 games in 33.5 minutes, Jokic has had a better year than last year. And this year, he's averaged 27.1 points, 13.8 rebounds, 7.9 assists, 1.5 steals, and 0.9 blocks per game, while shooting 58.3% from the field and 33.7% from the three-point line. He literally does it all. He's the jack of all trades, in my opinion. He probably is the best playmaking big man of all time. He can still go out there and get you minimum 25 a game, minimum close to 14 rebounds per game, minimum close to 7-8 assists a game. Doing this literally with Will Barton and Aaron Gordon, 2 good role players. But if your second and third options in 2022 are Will Barton and Aaron Gordon, there is a problem with that, respectfully. So the fact that people will go out their way, and I don't know if it's voter fatigue just because you won MVP last year, I don't know what agenda is trying to be pushed, but If Jokic is the minimum one of your top 3 candidates for MVP, there has to be something wrong with you. You just cannot watch Nuggets basketball and say that Jokic just isn't an MVP candidate. When he gets off the court, the team literally just crumbles. But when he's back on the court, they go back to we see them as today, which is just a top 6 seed without Jamal Murray and MPJ. It just has to be talked about more, and I don't know why people aren't pushing Jokic for MVP as much as they should. Like I said, there's a great case for Giannis, there's a great case for Embiid, but come on, bro. His second and third options are out, and the Bucks and Sixers are only 3 games ahead of the Nuggets. Like, this just needs to be talked about more. But yeah, yo, that in my opinion, those are all of my award predictions. Comment down below in your opinion, what would you guys change about all this? I know these videos can get very controversial, as at the end of the day they can be very, very opinionated, okay? Other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, just follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and boy John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, comment down below in your opinion, what would you guys change about any of my picks? I know you're not gonna agree with all of my picks. Obviously it can get a little bit opinionated, and kind of mixture of the eye test and mixture of the stats. This is my opinion, my humble opinion. These are my predictions from watching obviously all these players play this season, this amazing NBA season, and just coming to this conclusion of all my awards. But like I said, as the videos, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. It's your boy John, and I'm out, man. Peace.